Hey, YouTube family and GN subs, we got some good information for you today. Will Biden expand the amnesty that he recently put in place under executive order? We're going to talk about that. We have a lot of other good news updates for you as usual. My name is Humberto R. Gray. I'm an attorney practicing in sunny Southern California. I have clients globally and all over the U.S. I've been doing this for quite some time, and it's a pleasure to be able to give you really good information about immigration. So, hey, we got a lot to get to today, so let's get at it. All right, so Biden's new executive order, it is for spouses and children under 21 of United States citizens who have lived in the U.S. for at least 10 years. Well, the executive order leaves out a group of people that would otherwise qualify. So when you have someone who has to apply for what's called an I-601A waiver. That is to waive the 3 and the 10-year bar, and they're married to a U.S. citizen. They've been here for 10 years. So what they have to do is they apply for the I-130, that's approved, then they apply for the I-601 waiver, and then the case is moved out of the country to the U.S. consulate for an interview. If they depart the U.S., sometimes there are problems at the U.S. consulate. I've been talking about this one case where individual wasn't even part of the gangs. He had a tattoo on his arm. They denied him entry. If he had remained in the United States under this Biden rule, he would be eligible to be paroled into the U.S. While he was here, he wouldn't have to have departed the United States. So what the Biden administration is thinking about is, under these types of cases where they would otherwise qualify and they're stuck outside of the U.S., whether or not they will parole them back into the U.S. and let them apply for the program. Let's hope that happens, because there's some bad situations. There's another situation where individuals who have been here for a long period of time, they've had problems at the border. When they were initially coming to the United States, they got caught, they were fingerprinted. Under this executive order, they may not qualify. So these are the individuals that Biden is looking at in terms of expanding the amnesty and allowing these individuals to be paroled into the U.S. and to join their spouses and children in the U.S. I'll keep you updated on these cases, and I'll let you know what happens. The new rule is coming on August 19th. It's going to be in the Federal Register. I'll get you updated on what the law is and keep you updated, all right? All right, we got a bit of good news regarding H-4. Those are spouses of H-1B holders. There was litigation that was attempting to disqualify them from having a work permit while their husband was here on an H-1B. H-1Bs, for God's sakes, you could be here up to 7 years. And now with the new rules of, after an I-140 is approved, you can continually extend your H-1B for 3 years at a time. What is a spouse going to do if they're here for 9 years? Not be able to work? This litigation was great for H-4 holders to be able to work while in the United States with their spouses. That's great news. Alrighty, I got a story out of Kansas City. Kansas City, Missouri, they're looking for migrant workers for construction jobs. People conflate the issues of immigration. If there's an economic need for non-skilled workers, why not have them come and get a work permit to be able to work in the United States? I've been talking about this for years and years. We're seeing a lot of states, Colorado, Missouri, there's Chicago, New York. A lot of states now are looking at this pool of migrant workers and allowing them to come to their state, get a work permit, and be able to work legally in the United States. There's no need, for example, carpenters, plumbers, electricians. These are jobs that Americans want to fill and do fill. But these aren't the workers that we're talking about. This article was great. It talked about the migrants who are filling the unskilled jobs. Those are the bodies. Those are the ones on the construction site. You got tons of them. These are the ones that need to be employed, fill economic positions in the U.S. I think it's great that states are finally, saying, hey, I'm going to use that migrant talent. I'm going to use the work. And the migrants are happy to be able to have employment in the United States, pay taxes, etc. That's good stuff. So we're seeing a lot of this, and I think we're going to continue to see this. Alrighty, I want to share with you a STEM chart that was produced by the American Immigration Lawyers Association. It's good stuff. What it's showing is an increase in filing and approval rates of O-1A and of NIW applications. I put a link in the description box here below, and I'm going to show you a couple of these charts on screen. You can see here the O-1 increase in filings of the O-1. You can see here the NIW increase in filings. So if you think you qualify for one of these visas and you need an alternative way to get either a non-immigrant visa, that's the O1, or an immigrant visa, that's the NIW I-140, consult with a lawyer, check it out, see if you qualify. It may be an option for you. All right, last bit of good news, CBP1 App. That's the app that you use to get an appointment at the border. Usually it's the Mexico border. You get an appointment to see if you qualify for credible fear determination. You want to file asylum. That's the way you do it. There's an app, CBP1 app. Well, USCIS is extending the use of the CBP1 app inland in Mexico. They've expanded offices in Tabasco and Chiapas where you can use the app to get an appointment inside of Mexico instead of traveling all the way to the border. That's a game changer for a lot of people, folks. So if you have loved ones in Mexico and you're trying to get an appointment, there may be appointment availability in Tabasco and Chiapas. You might want to check it out. All right, YouTube family and GN subs, thanks so much for watching GrayLaw TV. Go to my playlists, go to my frequently asked questions, lots of good content organized for you. And thanks again for all the comments. You are my GN subs. Love you guys. Take care, and we'll see you next time.